was a hard-fought 4 games, but a sweep is a sweep. And Boston put the finishing touches on that sweep, a 105-102 win, winning a lot like they have throughout this series in the final moments. They now head back to the NBA Finals. John Karalis, our man with the Boston Celtics, Locked On Celtics in Indiana. He joins us now. And John, what have you seen in this series that suggests this season for the Celtics could end like it hasn't in quite some time now in Boston?
Yeah, I think their ability to win these close games. I think this is a series that could, a couple of bounces a different way, a couple of, misses here or there. This could be a 3-1 Pacers lead. And, it's a little solace to the Pacers, but it's a sign that the Celtics are able to close out to win these clutch games. One of the things that has kind of been bothering them for, the past couple of seasons, they came out, they shook off some tough performance. They shook off some incredible shooting from the Pacers. And after the game, we talked to half the team, and every single one of them was like, the credit to the Pacers. They played incredibly well. They're just not ready yet, and the Celtics are ready. The Celtics showed that they can execute down the stretch, and I think that's going to be an important thing.
There are going to be critics, maybe Celtics fans would call them haters, who point out that the path to the finals was not exactly the most arduous in terms of the competition. That being said, 2 losses in the conference on the way to the finals is still pretty impressive. What are you able to take away overall from this run?
You do what you're supposed to do, right? That's what the number 1 seed gets, and you can't control who's in front of you. I understand that there were injuries, but they went out and did what you're supposed to do when the path is that easy. They won each of the first 2 series in 5, and then they turn around and they sweep. Again, a tough Pacers team in that their offense was really good. They had the second best offense in the league this year. They've been on fire in the playoffs. They had some games here where they shot 60 plus 70%. Yeah. They've been incredible, and they're so difficult to defend. So I think it's just the narrative that things have been too easy for Boston is very disrespectful to the opponents, who are all NBA playoff teams. I think the Celtics, obviously, it's not like they've been playing the Nuggets and the Mavericks, and it's not the same road as it has been out west. That's what you earn as the top seed, in my opinion. You earn that. You go out, you handle your business, and think about this. They started out with 5 or 6 days rest while the play-in was happening, and then they got 5 or 6 days rest before each of these series, and now they're going to have 10 days off before the NBA Finals. You make your own luck.
To be sure, and now they're going to try and pay that luck off. One other thing that stands out to me here is, and Jaylen Brown, he wins the latest made-up trophy that they have for all the postseason performances.
Put some respect on Larry Bird Trophy's name.
No, I'm teasing, of course. Especially if you're a Celtic, you win the Larry Bird Trophy. That means something. But him being really the best player on this team, I think, frankly, for the whole postseason, it tells us something about him and this team.
Yeah, I think what it tells us is, obviously, number one, it tells us that he's grown a lot as a player. That he's seeing the floor, he's creating for others, not at like an extreme level, but better than he ever has. Like the biggest play in this game was a drive and kick to Derek White, and that's not something that he does in past years. He's just playing a more complete game. He's playing both ends of the floor. He's playing great defense in a way that he
might have been a block at the end.
That's right. So he's playing great defense, and it shows that he's trusting himself. He's trusting his teammates. And I think the other thing it shows is that, like, Jayson Tatum is willing to take that step back. Derek White, Drew Holiday, Al Horford, everybody's willing to do these things that are necessary to win these games. And when the ball moves, when there are opportunities for everybody's going to get a chance to contribute. And Jaylen Brown is seizing that moment and playing extraordinarily well.
Stay up to date on the Boston Celtics all year by subscribing to Locked On Sports today and Locked On Celtics on your favorite podcast app and on YouTube.